the overwhelming obstacles they have faced. So basically, what they're saying here is he's criticizing black women for being successful. Okay, and many who are successful, they had to go through a lot to get there, right? But
Right.
in his mind, it's a problem, and we're going to get into what the article is going to say why. It says you're moving up the corporate ladder, but we're losing our families. This is what Jake said, right? So, because the black woman is moving up the corporate ladder, we're losing our families.
Let me tell you something, right? Well, watch this, right? I'm gonna show you how off this is, right? So let's go back 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, when we still see the problem with no black men in the family structure. We still see black women raising their children without the black men. So what are you saying? You trying to tell me these are corporate women? No, they're not corporate women. So these men are in their life has nothing to do with what he's saying here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It has nothing to do with it.
Exactly. So you can't blame it on women in corporate America. Black women in corporate America, you can't say that that's the reason why we're losing our families. We're losing our families because, number one, our men are not in the households. Why are they not
Yep.
in the households, right? We pointed this out many times that many are not in the households because they were never there to begin with, that they simply used a black woman's body as a sperm dump.
Yep.
Okay, they dropped that seed and they kept it moving. So there was never a family structure to begin with. So I believe that to say that we're losing our families because black women are riding up the ladder of corporate America is a fallacy.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and finish this article so I can get this off the screen. It says he then went on to blame black women and non-black men for recent failures in our family. T.D. Jakes yelled at the audience, I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you need that man can pour into, he has no place in your life. The angered pastor continued to berate black women, saying, stop coming to me and bragging about how much you don't need me, and ask yourself why I cringe.
I guess the thing that gets me with what he's saying here, right? The number of women that me and my wife have known that have had a home or a car and had things, right? That opened the door up
Yes.
to a man,
Yes.
a black man, and she will open the door up to him and invite him in and say, "Look here, come on in. You.
I'll help you.
I'll help you." And I've seen them let them come in and help them because we know of some stories that literally made me so upset because some of these men would come in and they would kick their feet up, right? And she would be off working and come back and he don't even have sense enough to even try to cook anything or do anything, won't do any work in the house, won't get out and get a job, will literally sit there. Matter of fact, you know what he do? Get on the computer or playing video games or sit up with the TV. And in one case, the woman actually had to tell him at nighttime, could you please just turn the TV off
Because
so I can get some sleep because I got to get up in the morning and go to work.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
And this dude wouldn't get up and this wouldn't do nothing, Harvey.
He got mad at her though for saying that.
Yeah, he got mad as hell. Well, you running your mouth. That's how men are.
Listen,
right?
Listen, we know what we're talking about, and y'all know we know what we're talking
Woo!
about. This is a real situation that
Real
just said,
situation.
where the woman was working, and she asked him if he could at least let her get some
She
sleep
had-
at night,
yeah.
while he's bump all night on the video game.
And watch this, right? She had a nice job, nice vehicle, a nice home, and she brought him in because she said, man, I got a man here that could possibly love me and I can share all this with. Now, she wasn't getting on him and getting all mad on him, but it's like, gee,
It
it wasn't until she took pretty much all that she could bear
Right.
from this person that didn't want to do anything.
So, T.D. Jakes, to say that the black woman is the problem, that's literally what you said.
Yeah.
That is a fallacy. I want to address a comment here in the chat. Somebody come listen to this podcast made this statement. It says black women don't do that. Black men have shown us that we don't need them by leaving.
Yeah.
So that is a very important statement the sister made.
Yes.
Right? She's basically saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, that your absence forced black women to have to take care of themselves, right?
Yes.
And because she had to take care of herself, she rose to the challenge and did just that. And now you are saying that the black woman is saying, I don't need you. No, the black woman isn't verbally saying that, although there are some who may have spoken it, okay?
Right.
But those who have spoken it have been based on the proof in the pudding that they have been able to, oh, I thought I couldn't make it without him. But he's been gone and gone and gone and gone for decades, and I did just fine. So basically, the black woman has said, look, I have to be the head of the house because there's no man here. And because he's not here, I have to pay the bills. I have to make the money. I have to take care of my family. So it's not that a black woman started off saying, I don't need a man.
Right.
And you all know that. You know that, but you want to pretend. And see, a lot of brothers come on and they say feminism on steroids. She is still out of order. Okay, explain to me, Daweed, how am I out of order? By expressing the truth about what's happening. See, the problem is,
you can't take it.
the truth is such a hard pill
You
to
can't
swallow.
take it. You just can't take it, bro. You can't take it. I'm sorry. You brothers are just like that. Y'all just can't take it. You can't take. Oh, wait a minute. So if I say it, I'm not out of order. But she said, truth is truth, whether it comes from whoever it comes from, right? Whoever it comes from is truth.
I want Daweed.
And we got to be able to accept the truth. And when we see this thing, instead of out of order, the whole black race is out of order.
Come on now.
What are you talking about? The whole black race is out of order. And so we're trying to bring some truth here that's going to try to help us to get our eyes open so we can see what's going on. Because Yah doesn't make mistakes.
That's right.
Now, I'm going to come to that, right? I'm going to tell you what that's about. Because Yah don't make no mistakes, brothers. Okay? So pay attention.
So I want Daweed Ben Israel to give me the definition of feminism. Tell me what feminism means.
Go ahead. What does it
Give
mean?
me the definition, the true definition of feminism. Not a woman who is expressing the truth about what's happening in the black community. See, there's a thing going on, especially amongst religious men, where they believe that black women cannot talk about or speak on any issues dealing with or concerning a man. Even if you're talking to black women, it is believed that the black woman has no right to warn women to say, you better watch out for him because he might break your neck. Okay, you better watch out for this one over here because he might kill you.
You out of order. Don't tell the women that man might kill them.
Even though we just saw, dozens and dozens of stories of this happening. Black women, some black men don't believe you have a right to warn your daughters that there are some men out here who will abuse you. There are some brute beasts that the scripture speaks of. There are some men who believe that you are out of order if you warn your daughters about the low down, dirty rascals, brute beasts that the scripture warned about. As a matter of fact, you're not even allowed to read that scripture about brute beasts because you're out of order.
You're out of order.
These men, if you read that scripture and tell your daughters that brute beasts exist,
you're out of order. Boy, I tell you. Let's get through this article because I'm ready to let go. I got some stuff that I need to say. Okay, where we at?
So someone dropped the definition of feminism. Thank you. Empowering the woman over the man. It's power. No, that's not it. You gave your own definition.
Oh my God. Oh, beautiful. Yes, honey, that 4-hour drive was worth it. Gorgeous. Oh my God, they're identical.
Sharks and you have no tail?
I have nothing. Beautiful. Oh, girl. The wait was worth it. Thank you. This is beautiful.
Your skin was amazing to work on.
Thank you.
Great skin.
I mean, identical. This is when you touch on my